no idea how that dreary little house of ours gets me down.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Try living there sometime. Not a decent shop, not a cinema, not even a hairdresser. Except some awful place I can't go into because of the smell. I said to Reg, for goodness sake, you're an estate agent. Surely you can get the ticket anywhere. And then we finish up in somewhere like that. Oh, you're so lucky, Annie. You've no idea. Just to see a tree once in a while and the birds. I really miss it. Now then, how are you? Let's look. Oh, Annie, darling, you look just the same.
Oh, I know. I didn't brush it this morning. But I did wash it yesterday.
What's the good of washing it if you don't brush it? It's like a gorse bush.
Well, nobody sees it. The postman, the milkman, a couple of cows, and Mother.
And Tom.
Oh, yes, and Tom.
You mustn't forget Tom. And how's that?
The same. She hasn't wanted to get up, not for weeks.
Well, you should make her. She needs to.
Well, old Wickham says if she doesn't want to, don't make her.
Wickham? Oh, yes. I never really cared for him. His eyes were too close together. Still, I suppose he's all right as a doctor. He must be better than ours. I mean, this business with my back was practically criminal.
Your back?
Surely I wrote and told you. I'm sure I did. I was so upset I wrote to everybody.
Oh, yes.
Annie, I must buy you a new jumper. Remind me.
Oh, well, I'm attached to this one.
I should think you are. You were wearing it at Christmas. We'll have to chisel it off you. Oh, lovely flowers. Now tell me, where are you going?
When?
For your weekend. Where are you going?
Well,
Oh, come on now. Don't be so secretive.
well, I was going to Hastings.
Oh, lovely. Hastings is gorgeous. I think I was there with Reg just before we were married. There's a heavenly little pub
No,
somewhere.
well, I mean, I couldn't get in at Hastings.
Oh, couldn't get in?
No, they were all booked. I forgot it was summer.
Oh, yes. Well, where are you going?
I rather fancied East Grinstead.
East Grinstead?
Yes.
What an extraordinary idea. What on earth made you choose there?
Well, it sounded interesting.
Yes, I suppose it is. I've never heard of anybody having a holiday in East Grinstead. I suppose they do, but I've never heard of anybody.
Well, I am.
Yes, I think I'd almost have preferred Eastbourne, but do you like this?
Super.
It was like a tent on me when I bought it, but I had it altered. So I'm rather pleased. Now, you're to leave everything to me. I take it over. Just tell me what bills Potion's mother has and when she has them, and then off you go.
I wrote it all down for you. I'll show you. The only difficult thing are her drops.
Oh, well, if they're difficult, Reg can cope with them. He's going to do most of the running up and down stairs anyway. I mean, this is a holiday for me, too.
How is he?
His mother. He can do something for her for a change. Oh, Reg? Oh, well, he's still Reg, you know. I've tried, God knows I've tried, but he'll always be basically Reg. You'll know, he's your brother after all. There are times when I think he's sleepwalking. I have to force him to make an effort. Heaven knows how he runs a business. I'd certainly never let him sell a house of mine.
I've left you a cold supper.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Well, I knew you wouldn't want it.
Shouldn't have
I left it all out for you.
Really
On the kitchen table.
Lovely.
I was just laying things in here.
Oh, there's no need for that, really, with how things are
Well, we do have knives and forks.
Oh, of course, I'll find them now, please. Just get changed and go.
Okay.
Oh, I nearly forgot. How's Tom?
Oh, Tom. I'm fine, I think.
Still seeing a lot of him?
Oh, yes. He's generally around when he's not out curing one of his sick animals. He's here at the moment, actually. The cat's got something wrong with its paw.
It must be fascinating being a vet. It's a pity in a way he's not a proper doctor.
But he is a proper doctor. He just prefers animals to people.
That came from the heart.
No, he just likes animals. I don't think he's very fond of our cat, but he does like most animals.
Yes, he's a bit heavy-going, isn't he? I've always found him a trifle ponderous. Perhaps it's shyness.
Oh no, I think he's probably ponderous.
So he hasn't shown any more interest?
In what?
Well, you. At Christmas we thought he was beginning to sit up and take notice of you just a little, pricking up his ears.
Like a mongrel with a pedigree bitch.
Yes.
Honestly, will you stop trying to pair us off like this? And even if he did, he wouldn't get it, so I don't know why he bothers.
Sally, you're getting really cold.
You're just a prude.
No, I am not a prude. No, I've never been called that. You can't call me a prude. It's not fair, Annie. I mean, I don't care for smutty talk or dirty jokes. I just don't find them funny or particularly tasteful. But that is not being a prude. That's normal decent behavior, which is something quite different.
Yes.
I won't have the television set on at all these days.
Anyway, all that happens is that Tom comes over here like he's done for years. I feed him, he sits and broods. Sometimes we talk, that's all.
Talk about what?
Oh, super exciting things. Like, does the kitchen need another coat? And distemper, and hard pad, and foot and mouth, and swine vesicular disease. Then, I pot Mother and retire to bed, alone, itching.
Oh.
And count diseased sheep rushing headlong into the gate. Look, for all I know, he could be passionately in love with me. He could be flashing out all sorts of secret signals which I just haven't noticed, but he's never even put a hand on my knee. God forbid.
But your father did.
He's very kind. Yes, I like him a lot. I sometimes miss him when he's not here. I suppose that means something.
Yes. You see, I was rather hoping, I know it's wicked of me, but I was rather hoping that you were both planning to go off for this weekend together.
Oh, no.
You're not, are you?
Not at all.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
You're looking very shifty.
I'm not. No. Honestly, will you stop it?
Stop what?
Looking at me like that.
What's what?
Like that. Stop it.
You're a dreadful liar.
I am not.
Listen, if you are, there's no need to keep it a secret from me. I mean, you said I'm a prude, but I've just proved I'm not, surely. I'm interested first. It's splendid. I think if you and Tom were to get away from this house, away from Mother and everything, it's the best thing you could do. It's what you both need. Very sensible.
Yes.
Have a lovely time. I only wish it were me. Not with Tom, of course. But I think it's what we all need now and then, don't we? Nice, dirty weekend somewhere. Oh, it's so exciting. I am pleased you're doing it. I think the best bit is waking up in the morning in a strange room and finding some exciting-looking man beside you and... You've got a little room?
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Oh, how do you mean? You haven't got a double room?
No, it's just,
What? You're not pregnant?
no.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's just, oh golly. I didn't mean to tell you.
Tell me what?
It's awfully sordid. Are you sure you want to hear?
Of course I want to
It will
hear.
shock you.
My dear, I've been married for 8 years. I've had 2 children. I think I've just about seen everything there is to see. I defy you to shock me. I honestly defy you.
Well, last Christmas, when you were all here,
Yes?
you and Reg and Ruth and Norman, and you and Reg left early.
Because Denise didn't want to miss her dancing classes, yes.
And after that, Ruth was ill.
Oh, so she said.
Well, she was flat on her back with something for a week, and that left Norman and me, more or less, to cope. Tom was in Scotland on a course.
Yes?
Anyway,
I think I'm beginning dreadfully not to like the sound of this one little bit.
anyway. Oh, golly, it's getting dreadfully hot.
Go on, what?
Anyway, you know Norman.
Yes, I know Norman very well.
Well, he isn't a bit like Tom. I mean, just the opposite to Tom. Norman doesn't bother with secret signals at all. It was just... wham! Thump! There we both were on the rug.
Rug?
Yes.
Which rug?
The brown nylon fur one...
What is it? Why are you laughing? Annie, pull yourself together. Annie, what happened on the rug?
Everything happened on the run.
Does Ruth know?
No.
Or Tom?
No.
Well, I blame Norman. That is absolutely typical. A rug. It's just the sort of thing. Oh, Annie, will you stop making that ridiculous noise? Typical behavior. Was that it? Was that the only occasion?
Ruth got better and they both went home.
Well, I suppose it could have been worse. That poor woman. I mean, I don't have a lot of time for Ruth, as you know. Personally, I find her snide little remarks, her violent ups and downs, just too much to cope with. She's your sister, I know. I shouldn't be talking like this. However, I would not wish my worst enemy married to a man like... not even Ruth. Who knows why they married? Never understood it. What did she see in him?
Norman says it was uncontrollable animal lust that drew them together.
Norman told you that?
Yes. He says it's died out now. Like 2 empty husks.
Yes. Hardly surprising. Well, believe me, you are well clear of that, dear. You are well clear of that one.
You don't think I should then?
What?
Go.
Go where?
This weekend.
This weekend?
With Norman to East Grinstead.
You're planning to go with Norman to East Grinstead?
Yes.
You're not serious.
Yes.
How could you even think of such a thing?
He asked me.
What has that to do with it?
Well, I wanted a holiday.
Yes, but this wouldn't just be a holiday. I mean, you don't just go off on holiday with your sister's husband.
It was only a weekend. I needed a holiday.
Well, you could have gone on your own.
I didn't want to go on my own. I'm always on my own.
But did you realize what you would be getting yourself into?
Well, the way Norman put it, it sounded simple. Just a weekend.
Norman will put it any way which suits Norman. Did you think of Ruth or Tom?
Oh, to hell with Tom. He could have asked me if he wanted to, but he didn't. If I wait to be asked by Tom, I won't even get an old folks outing.
Well, what about Ruth?
That's up to Norman. He wrote me, then he phoned and asked me, and I suddenly thought, well, yes. I think, actually, if I'm being really truthful and knowing Norman, I didn't think it would ever happen.
Well, you were certain enough about it to get Reg and I down. We've had all the trouble of having to take the children to their grandparents so that we wouldn't have to bring them down here because we knew they would disturb Mother. I've had all the trouble of delegating responsibility for the bring and buy sale, which I'm sure will be a disaster because I'm the only one among them with any sort of organizing ability. And Reg has had to cancel his golf.
I'm sorry. I've been feeling sick all morning. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, I'm sure we all are.
Well,
Where are you going?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's just as well we are here. You quite obviously need rest. Now, I want you to sit down here and leave everything to me.
No, it's all right.
And let's get one thing clear to start with. You are not going anywhere this weekend, not while I'm in this house.
But what about my weekend?
You can have your weekend here. Reg and I will cope. That's what we came down for. You can rest. You can certainly forget the idea of going anywhere with Norman. That's final. You're staying here.
Yes, I rather thought I would be.
What you need is rest.
Oh,
Tom! How nice to see you, Tom.
there, Sarah. Keeping fit.
Tom, I've just been saying I think Annie's honestly been overdoing it.
Oh, do you really think so?
You must take more care of her, Tom. We all expect you to keep an eye on her, you know, when we're not here.
Do my best.
She's rather your responsibility.
Yes, can't have that. Been trying to get that cat out of the tree. Annie, your cat's gone up a tree.
Oh,
Anyway, Annie's just decided she's not going anywhere this weekend. She's going to stay here and have a good rest.
Septic paw, you know.
And Reg and I will be here to look after her.
Oh, well, that's good news. Aren't you going then?
no.
With your help, of course, Tom. You must stay for supper.
Supper.
Mustn't he, Annie?
Why not?
Save me opening a tin at home.
Lovely. Now, I'll just pop up and see Mother, and then I'll come down and organise everything. Leave it all for Reg and me. Where is Reg? She was supposed to bring those cases in ages ago.
Oh, I left him in the garden.
What's he doing in the garden?
Nothing much, just talking to Norman.
Norman? Norman's here?
Yes.
Norman is here under this roof?
No, I left him in the garden. We were just chatting away.
Chatting about what?
Various subjects. Cats. Oh, and his pajamas.
Pajamas.
Yes, he was showing them to me.
You mean he's wearing them?
No, he was just generally waving them about.
Tom, stay here with Annie. Don't move. Stay here. I'll be back.
Did you know Norman was here?
Yes, I saw him earlier.
Oh. Were you, expecting him?
No, not really.
Ah. Well,
Oh,
put your feet up.
what?
I should put your feet up.
No, not the moment.
I'm just a bit concerned about that paw, you know?
Paul?
Yes, it's on the cat. Needs looking after. Does he have a name, by the way?
What? No, just cat.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't suppose he minds? Preferable to, Oscar or Herbert or something. Probably wouldn't answer to it if he had one. Cats' names are more for human benefit. Give one a degree of confidence that the animal belongs to you. Never do, of course. Cats belong to no one but themselves.
Oh, I'm so stupid!
All right.
Yes, I just feel such a fool.
Oh. Not much answer to that, is there? Why do I have a water biscuit?
Have the box.
Oh, no, just one. Spoil my dinner. Oh, hi, Bent.
Tom,
Hmm?
what did you think when I said I was going away this weekend?
Oh, well, I suppose I thought, that you were going away this weekend. What one?
No.
They are a bit stale, you know? No, it did occur to me that, perhaps you would like to have someone come along with you.
It did?
Well, yes, and then I thought, well, probably not.
Why not? What on earth made you think I wanted to go off and sit in some dreary hotel room on my own?
Well, yes, that did seem rather odd, I must say.
How long have you known me, Tom?
Yes.
Years. And in all that time, have I ever indicated that I'd like to go off on my own?
No, not as far as I know.
Then why the hell should I suddenly decide to do it now?
No, simmer down.
Why didn't you say, Annie, will you be all right on your own? Would you like some company, someone to come along to, someone to talk to? Why didn't you think of saying it just once?
Oh, come on.
Or was the whole prospect just too awful?
No.
Well then...
Well, you should have said something. You should have asked me along. I'd have come. You should have said something.
Yes, I'd have had to have done.
Well, don't blame me.
I'm not blaming you. Oh, non-knickers!
Language? You're getting awfully head up. I should put your feet up.
I don't want to put my bloody feet up! Ugh.
Annie! 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 Oh, where is she? Where's that little sister of mine? Oh, where can she be?
No idea. That kitchen, possibly.
Ah, he's aloft, you know.
Who?
Woman goes on and on. I don't know what he's talking about. It makes me laugh, though. You know, women don't like him. Not many women like him. Don't understand why. Sarah can't bear him. I won't have him in the house. Neither will his wife.
I think Annie gets on all right with him.
Ah, Annie. She's something special. Take my word for it, Tom. You'll do all right with her. If you decide to marry any of us, you'll marry her. Not that I'm saying that you should, but if you did. Mind you, you can't marry Ruth, and I doubt you fancy me. So, not much choice, is there?
They're all a bit peculiar at the moment. Who are? The women. They all seem to be on edge for some reason.
Women are restless tonight, eh?
Yes.
Full moon.
Eh?
Probably a full moon. Oh!
No, I think something has started there.
Norman. or mice, one or the other. Anyway, I hear Annie's not going now.
No, apparently not.
Oh, could have had my golf that noon. Oh, well. I'll go and see Mother. Sarah's up there now. Better wait till she comes down. Two of them, too much of a good thing. I'll put it off as long as I can. Mother's always saying, what did you have to go and marry her for? Biggest mistake of your life. You'll live to regret it. Trouble is, I can't think of a convincing answer. She's probably right. I mean, they're all compensations. The children sometimes. Even Sarah sometimes. But when I sit in this house and listen to the quiet, I wonder why I left. I had my own room here, you know. All my own books, my own desk, even a shelf for my hobbies. I'd sit up there on my school holidays, happy as a sandboy. I'd make these balsa wood airplanes, dozens of them. Very satisfying. Mind you, they never flew. As soon as I'd launched them, crack, nosedive. Firewood? Oh well, it was a hell of a bore winding them up anyway. I made one for the kids the other day. They didn't really take to it. Where are the guns then? Where are the bombs, Dad? Well, what do you expect?
No, you see, I think I've stopped her from going.
Who?
Annie.
There you have.
Yes.
I hope we get some dinner soon. I'm getting peckish.
You see, she didn't want to go off on her own.
One holiday. Oh, well, who does?
Yes, well, she was rather expecting me to offer to come too.
Oh, should have been in there, like a shot, eh?
Yes.
Well, the chance. He's a stale.
On her step.
Yeah.
Never was very good at that sort of thing. Always managed to miss the moment. Huh?
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yes, now I've let her down. I can feel myself doing it while I'm doing it. Now I suppose I'll have to find a way of making it up.
I shouldn't bother. It'll blow over. Wait for the new moon.
What are you doing in here?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Is the dining room closed?
Where's Annie?
In the kitchen, standing over a hot stove, making us something to eat.
No, she's not. Anyway, it's a cold supper. Where is she?
I don't know.
You haven't left her in the sitting room with Norman?
Oh, possibly, but what's wrong? He's all right. He won't bite her.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so Norman, he'll inject her for rabies.
Well, yes,
Yes,
you're
inject her for rabies.
Anyway, Tom, stay where you are. Reg,
What?
go and see if they're in there.
Why don't you?
Because I'd rather you did, please.
I don't care if they're in there. It doesn't matter to me if they're in there or not. You're the one who wants to know if they're in there.
Please, if I ask Tom. Besides, it'd look much more natural.
I say, what's going on here?
Nothing to worry about, Tom. Nothing at all.
I don't think it looked more natural. I mean, what's more natural than me going in there, having a look around, and then walking out again?
Well, pretend you've gone to fetch something. Use your imagination, for heaven's sake.
All right. What am I supposed to be fetching?
Oh, I don't know anything.
What sort of cold meat?
Cold meat and salad. Now go on.
There's one thing I can't stand when I'm hungry, salad.
He's a difficult man. He's such a difficult man. Ask him to do a simple thing for you, and there's a 20-minute argument. Did you talk to Annie?
Yes.
Did she say anything?
Yes. She explained to me why she had planned this whole weekend. Why it had fallen through.
Oh.
Now, I could just kick myself for being so slow off the mark.
Oh, you mustn't blame yourself.
Well, I'm afraid I do, rather.
I don't see why. I mean...
Yes, they're in there. Waste paper basket, isn't it?
Found something a little more natural.
What did you expect me to bring? A bloody grand piano?
I think it's high time you went in and said your piece.
Really?
Told them where you stand.
Me?
Make sure Norman knows.
No.
Just chance if you don't do it soon.
Oh, yes.
Oh!
What are you doing?
Nothing. Full moon.
Yes. Oh.
I think things might have worked out for the best. Might even stir Tom into action. You never know. You haven't been eating these biscuits.
Oh, I managed to swatch to a couple.
You'll spoil your meal.
Oh, yes. All that love lovely lettuce.
I had hoped we were in for a quiet weekend, but it seems it's not to be. Just look at these floors. They haven't been cleaned since we were last here. It's a crying shame. All this silver.
Are we staying or are we going?
We can hardly go home.
I thought the whole purpose of us being here was to look after Mother, but if Annie's going to be here.
I don't know about being here to look after Mother. We need someone here to look after her.
She can manage. Oh, there's Tom.
Tom, there's no point in relying on him. I mean, he's pleasant enough, but I don't think he's quite all there. That's a terrible thing to say, but look at the way he's behaved. Mind you, she does precious little to encourage him. How is she ever going to attract any man looking like that, let alone Tom?
She's all right, leave her alone.
Do you realize what would happen if I did?
Yeah, she can manage.
I take it you've gathered what's going on in this house.
What?
Where have you been for the last hour?
What do you mean, where have I been? I've been here waiting on something to eat.
Norman had planned to take Annie away to a hotel this weekend.
Norman.
Yes?
With Annie.
Yes.
Was she the one he was taking to East Meason?
Of course she was. Frankly, Reg, I think there's something mentally wrong with you. You're unable to see someone. I'm being serious. How can you take so little interest in your own family, your own sister?
Sarah, come on. Sit down. You've done nothing but run round and round. I can't help it. It's funny.
You're the same at home, exactly the same. Oh, you can walk away, but it's always left for me to deal with. It's left for me to apologize to people for you. It's left for me to explain why you walk straight upstairs as soon as anyone comes to visit us.
They're your friends.
It's me that's left looking stupid in front of the headmistress when you forget the names of our own children.
Well, that was only once.
They run wild, those children. You've done nothing for them, nothing at all. If I didn't get them food, they'd starve. If I didn't buy them clothes, they'd be naked. You sit in that room, which I spend my whole life trying to keep tidy, fiddling with aeroplanes and bits of cardboard, and now you can't even be bothered with your own sister.
Sarah, would you kindly stop talking?
No, I will not stop talking.
You have talked at me since we got up this morning. You have talked at me over breakfast.
It happens to be the only way I can get through to
You talked at me for nearly an hour in the car, almost causing us to have a very serious accident.
which was entirely your
And
fault.
ever since we've been here, you have not stopped talking for a second. Now, for the love of God, shut up!
I will not be spoken to like that. I will not have you raising your voice to me like that. Just who do you think it is you're talking to?
I think, like you, I'm talking to a brick wall. I'm going for a walk.
All right, go. Go on then. Go, you big man.
Sarah!
Oh.
Biscuits.
Yeah, me.
Nothing.
Is she all right? Out of the dustpan.
You are contemptible.
You really must learn to control that temper of yours,
You're
dear.
the most contemptible man I've ever known.
The feeling is mutual. Don't worry.
God knows what's going to happen to us. God knows.
Here we are. I'll just clear this up.
Sorry about this.
Oh well, accidents happen, don't they?
It wasn't an accident.
No, the biscuits were so stale, they leaped off the table in desperation.
What did you decide, Fanny?
Well, it's rather decided itself, hasn't it? I'm staying here, of course.
I mean, it's entirely up to you. I mean, all I was doing was trying to...
Well, it's probably for the best.
Tom and Norman have sorted out their differences, have they?
Oh, I don't think there were any, really. Norman's getting drunk and Tom's looking thoughtful.
Well, I've done what I can. I'm sorry. I think the man must be mentally defective. I think they both are. I'll bring some things in.
No, it's all right.
No, I want to bring some things in. Oh!
We seem to have upset your weekend.
No, not really. It was a mad idea. Rather flattering all the same. Suddenly having two men bidding for my favors, even if they are Tom and Norman.
You know, I didn't know I had a sister quite like you.
Oh, it's ridiculous, really.
I knew one of us had to take after Mother. It wasn't going to be me, and it certainly wasn't going to be Ruth.
Not Ruth.
You remember where Mother used to take us on holiday? Where was it? Weston-super-Mare. Were you old enough to remember?
You mean when she picked up that sailor?
Yes. He'd take the ball, and he'd throw it halfway down the beach. Run, invented kids! I want to talk to your mom.
Oh, and Ruth wouldn't go.
Oh, no. Ruth wouldn't budge.
I'm staying right here and look after Mother. I don't trust him.
And then there was that American airman.
Oh, God, yes. And Father suddenly came home on leave.
The drain pipe's still broken. I know.
Don't let me spoil the joke. I'm sure you won't find me terribly amusing. I'm sure you'll all find me hilarious.
No, not at all. Sarah!
What's the joke then?
Well, nothing really. Norman told me to come in and try to jolly things up. It doesn't seem to have worked.
Not at all. Thank heaven for little girl.
Norman. Brought a bottle of this. Helped wash down the radishes. Managed to salvage it. Norman's drunk most of them.
I didn't know we had anything like that in the house.
It's homemade. Mother made it last year just before she was ill. Annie and I bottled it. It tastes revolting, but it's good.
Carrot? Does it have to be carrot?
Oh, no, there's parsnip and dandelion, but I think... Ah, yes, this has a slightly better bouquet. The dandelion's all right, but I lost the use of one side of my face for about an hour after I There you are. Yes, what do you think?
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Oh, good grief.
No, I think it's an acquired taste.
You must have a stomach like a blast furnace.
Here we are. Grab some.
Ha! The great caterpillar hunt is on.
I washed the lettuce this time.
Oh, yes.
I did run it into the tap twice.
I'll give Norman a call if you like.
No.
You know, Annie, I must say that while I may not enjoy eating your salads, I've learned an awful lot about insect biology. The anatomy of an earwig, I've increased enormously its appreciation.
Could we keep off this subject, please?
Wine, Sarah.
What is it?
Wine. It's homemade.
Oh, well, just a little. Oh,
There you are. Annie? Right then.
Pass the centipede sauce, please. Thank you so much. Here's to us.
I think it would be fitting to drink to Tom and Annie.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because we're here.
Oh, I see. I thought perhaps there was a special reason.
That's rather up to you, isn't it, Tom?
Cheers anyway.
Welcome, Tom and Annie.
Tom and Annie.
Yes, Tom and Annie.
Oh, it's really rather... Oh,
All right.
yes, it caught me by surprise.
It tends to do that.
It'll kill off any beetles you've swallowed.
Stop making remarks like that. For goodness sake, for once in this family, let's try and have a civilized meal.
Morning! Lovely morning. Hear the birds? Sleep well? Hope you slept well. I slept well.
Oh,
Lovely morning. Sleep well, did you? Oh, I slept like a log. It must have been that wine. Wonderful. It's a rotten drink, but it makes a lovely sleeping draught. You know, I market it. Sleep nature's way with our dandelion brew.
Arr, arr.
Well, what have we got for breakfast then, huh? What have we got?
Reg, breakfast!
Right. How's old Reg then? All right, is he? Sleep well, did he? I can tell you, I could do with some breakfast. Missed my meal last night. Did you know that? Missed my meal. Didn't hear the dinner gong. What sort of a hotel do you call this?
Have you taken Mother hers off?
yes, I did.
All right if I sit here? Anybody any objections if I sit here? I'll sit here.
Morning, all.
Morning. Well, you're a right cheery lot, aren't you? Look at you. A right cheery lot. Yoo-hoo! Hello!
Nobody in this house is speaking to you ever again.
I see. I see. Well, that's the way the Swiss rolls, huh? That's the way the apple crumbles. That's the way the corn flakes. Sarah, look out! The butter!
What?
You spoke to me, can't you? All right, I'll speak to myself then. Good morning, Norman. Well, how are you, Norman? Well, I'm very well, Norman. What's good news, Norman?
Shut up, Norman.
Caught you again. That's 2 of you now. Let's see now. 2 out of 3. Just got to catch old Reg now. 2 out of 3. Just Reg left. Look out, Reg! Not gonna catch him that way. Hey, Reg. All right. Don't talk to me. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. But I don't know why you're all being so unsociable. I mean, all right, I had a few drinks last night. What's wrong with that? Oh, come on. Hasn't anyone around this table ever had a drink? Come on, I don't believe it. I mean, you've had a drink, haven't you, Reg? Oh, got you. You spoke.
No, I didn't.
Free to me, I'm one. Nothing wrong with a few drinks. All right, don't talk. It's going to be a pretty dull Sunday if we all sit in silence, I can tell you. Well, I'm not sitting in silence. I'll find something to do. I know. I'll go upstairs and frighten Mother. Oh, nearly got you again. Well, is it too much to ask for something to eat? That's too much to ask for something to eat. May I borrow your bowl? It's awfully nice of you. Oh, and your spoon. Thank you. Now then, what shall I have? Puffer rice. Oh, dear. No Sunday papers. Well, I shall just have to read my morning cereal. Cereal, do we all get that? Well, apparently we don't. Stop! Stop everything, listen! On 3 pair of pinking shears for only 79p and 6 Papa tokens. Hurry, hurry, hurry. What's this? Is nobody hurrying? Do you mean to tell me that none of you want them? Well, where's the spirit of British pinking? Dead, presumably. Like my relations. Hang on. I got another game. Mind reading. I shall read your minds. Now then, where shall we start? Sarah. Sarah is thinking, That noisy man there should be at home with his wife. What is he doing here, shattering the peaceful calm of our Sunday breakfast with his offers of reduced price pinking shears? Why is he here, yelling at us like this? Why isn't he at home like any decent husband, yelling at his wife? Oh, he came down here to seduce his wife's own sister. How low can he get? The fact that his wife's own sister said, at one stage anyway, that she was perfectly happy to go along with him is beside the point. The fact that little Annie here was perfectly happy to ditch old reliable Tom without a second thought and come off with me is beside the point. We won't mention that because it doesn't quite fit in with the facts as we would like them. What is little Annie thinking, I wonder? Yes, perhaps furtively admiring my pajamas. Who knows? Pajamas that could have been hers with all that they contain. These nearly were mine. Or perhaps she's thinking, phew, that was a close shave. I could have been shacked up in some dreadful hotel with this man at this very moment. Oh, what a lucky escape for me. Oh, thank heavens I'm back here at home, amidst my talkative family, exchanging witty breakfast banter, knowing full well that my faithful companion and two-legged friend, Tom, the rambling vet, is even now planning to propose to me in the year, 2027. As soon as he's killed our cat. Meanwhile, I can live here, peacefully, totally fulfilled, racing up and down stairs, having the time of my life, looking after mother until I'm 55 and fat. I'm glad I didn't go to that hotel. Well, I'll tell you something. So am I. Wouldn't want a weekend with you anyway. I'll tell you the funniest thing of all, shall I? I didn't even book the hotel. I knew you wouldn't come.
You can be very cruel, can't you, Norman?
Oh, well, a bit quieter without those two. Hear yourself speak. Too damn noisy before. All that crunching of toast. Like a brigade of guards marching on gravel. Well now, Rich. Milk. Nice peaceful morning. Just the two of us. And hark, the soft crackle of my puffer rice. Oh, 'tis spring indeed. Well, I suppose you think I'm cruel too, don't you? Well, I've a damn good cause to be, haven't I? I mean, no one's thought of my feelings, have they? It's all Annie. Well, what about me? I mean, I was going to give her everything. Well, as much as I could. My whole being. I only wanted to make her happy for a weekend, that's all. I wanted to give her... It was only for a few hours, for God's sake. Saturday night, back Monday morning, that's all it was going to be. My God, the fuss! And what about your wife, Norman? What about your wife? Well, what do you think? Don't you think I'd take Ruth away just the same if she'd come? But she won't. No, she has no need of me at all, that woman. Except as an emotional punch bag. I tell you, if you gave Ruth a rose, she'd peel off all the petals to make sure that there weren't any green fly. And after she'd done that, she'd turn around and say, "You call that a rose? Look at it, it's all in bits." That's Ruth. If she came in here now, she wouldn't notice me. She'd probably hang a coat on me. It's not fair, Reg. I tell you, a man of my type of temperament should be ideally square-jawed, have broad shoulders, blue twinkling eyes, a chuckle in his voice, and a spring in his stride. Why, he should get through 3 women a day without even ruffling his hair. I mean, that's what I'm like inside. That's me. That's my appetite. I'm a 3-a-day man. I mean, there's another thing you have to give. Not just sex. No. I'm talking about everything. The trouble is, I was born in the wrong damn body. I mean, look at me. A gigolo trapped in a haystack. A tragedy in my life. Norman Dewars, gigolo and assistant librarian. Well, what's inside you, Reg? You know, I mean, apart from 12 bowls of cornflakes. I mean, what do you feel with Sarah? I mean, you sometimes feel like saying to her, no, this is me. Look at me, the real me.
I'll tell you something, Norman. You're a good bloke. You've got your faults, but you're a good bloke. But you must be the last person in the world to ever want to have breakfast with again. No hard feelings.
Well, Norman, a little surprise for you.
Yes?
Someone to see you.
Ruth.
Just arrived.
Ruth.
Isn't that nice?
Somebody say Ruth?
Ruth!
Well, no, tell her I'm not here. Tell her...
Right over to the left. There was plenty of room for him to pass me. He had yards and yards. Norman, where's Norman?
Norman is here.
Yeah,
Norman?
Ruth.
Oh, there you are.
See you later, Ruth.
Oh, Reg, how are you? We need to give you a ring, but haven't had a minute. And how are all those enchanting kids of yours? Little, what's her name?
He's gone.
What?
Reg has left the room. He's gone.
Oh. Well, I want to be polite. I haven't seen him for ages.
You haven't seen anyone for ages. Why don't you wear your glasses?
Norman, what's going on here? What you up to?
Since when have you cared what I'm up to?
Well, I don't normally. You know you're perfectly free to come and go. I'll try to stop you. But I do object to having my Saturday nights ruined by all these bizarre phone calls. So first of all, you ringing up screaming drunk. And then Sarah, practically at midnight, simply demanding I come down. Now, what is going on?
You don't know.
No. Say anything to eat.
Sarah, hasn't told you then.
No, all she said was that you were here and that I ought to be here too. She sounded as if she was summoning relatives to your bedside.
Well, I suppose she was, in a manner of speaking.
What is this you're eating?
Cereal, puffer rice, have it. After all you said about having no love for me, no feelings for me at all.
Did I say that?
You know you did.
No, I didn't.
It's imprinted on my brain.
All I said was, is there any milk and sugar on the table? Do I have to eat these dry? No, all I said was...
It's got milk on.
No. All I said was that if you're all that unhappy with me, perhaps we ought to think of terminating our marriage.
Terminating it? Oh, no, you make it sound like a legal contract.
Well, that's exactly what it is, Norman. Don't be obtuse.
Marriage is more than that.
It's all right, no shout.
Marriage is, sharing and giving and, things. Is that how you've seen this for the past 5 years? A legal contract? So, marriage. Don't bother with confetti. Just throw sealing wax and red tape. Do you take this woman? You'll have to call the licensee of the first party.
Norman, I can't go into all this right now. Is there any sugar on the table?
And this man, he'll have to call the donor. And soul giver.
Norman, darling, you see if you can find the sugar.
Look, bowl, spoon, cup, napkin, puffer, milk, marmalade, hot water, tea, sugar. All right?
Thank you.
There is no hope for us at all. We are doomed.
Norman, can we talk quietly, please?
I doubt it.
This is the perfect opportunity. We can sit here, talk, listen to each other's points of view, and try and sort things out.
All right, I'll try. It's just... You're pouring hot water on your puffer rice!
What?
Oh, God, I told you they had milk on already! Why do you do that? You're always doing that. Why don't you look at what you are doing?
Norman, it doesn't matter.
If only you'd wear your glasses.
Oh, I don't need glasses to eat cornflakes. I can see perfectly well, I just wasn't concentrating.
We are incompatible. We are damn well incompatible.
I can see as well as you, Norman. It's only people I sometimes can't see very clearly.
Our house is knee-deep in unused pairs of glasses.
And most of the time, that's preferable.
It's like a sale for opticians.
Norman.
Thousands of pairs of glasses.
Norman! I have a great deal of work I should be doing at home. I've given that up. I had come here because I was asked to come. I did not want to come. I want to stay as short a time as possible. Is that clear?
Yes. Got to get back to your work.
Yes, I do. I have 2 full reports that are due in tomorrow. If they are not in, I shall probably be fired. If I am fired, Norman, we will have no money to pay the mortgage, no money for 3/4 of the gas and electricity bills.
All right. I'm a kept man, a married ponce.
Well, I don't mind keeping you, not in the least. But I cannot continually chase after you all over the countryside. I just cannot spare the time. I'm sorry. As it is, you've held my career back at least 10 years. You interrupt me during meetings with embarrassing phone calls.
Well, to tell you I love you, is that wrong?
You're continually bursting in on me while I'm seeing clients.
My God. Is it wrong to love your wife?
You behave abominably when I bring business friends home to dinner.
What does Bay know about love?
You've even been known to scrawl obscenities all over my business papers.
All right. I love you. I'm sorry.
Yes, I love you too, Norman, but please leave me alone.
All right. In future, I'll whisper it quietly from Brazil. That suits you.
All I'm saying is, please try and think of me. Please try and consider my feelings.
I'm a kept man, a captive husband. That's what I am.
Well, I have an awful feeling we haven't made much progress on this topic. Let's try another. What have you been doing down here to upset Sarah? I thought you had a conference.
Huh.
Have you made a pass at her or something? Well, you'd better come home with me. You're not wanted here, quite obviously. You can come home with me and mow the lawn.
Mow the lawn? Do you know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you, shall I?
If you want to.
I will tell you.
Where are you going?
Nowhere, I'm just standing up.
Now sit down, I can't see you properly.
This has to be said standing up.
What is it, the national anthem?
Right, look, you've had this coming.
Anyway, I've discovered that they are what made me sneeze.
What are?
My glasses, Norman. Whenever I wear them, I sneeze and my eyes run, so I can't see anything with them on anyway. I think they make they press on my sinus passages or something.
Vanity, that's what it is.
It's not vanity, I'm not vain.
Staring at yourself in the mirror all day long. Taunting yourself up for these so-called business associates.
I do not stare at myself. One thing, I can't see myself properly without my glasses. And I can't bear to look at myself in glasses because I look so terrible in them. I never look at myself at all.
But you want to hear what I have to say, don't you?
Oh, yes, all right. Just don't say I'm vain.
It concerns you, you know.
It usually does, Norman.
There is someone else.
What?
Whilst you've been engrossed in your financial wizardry, rigging the books for corrupt capitalist companies,
Norman.
I very nearly, but for the grace of God and unforeseen circumstances, went off with another woman.
You did?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, but told her I wouldn't. Thought better of it in time, thank heavens. But that was the reason for this weekend. We'd planned to go off together.
Good.
Well, no, probably not.
Well, for how long?
Till Monday.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, I thought you acted a bit odd lately.
Odd.
Well, quieter than usual. Who was it you were going with?
Does it matter?
No, since you didn't even go.
Do you want to know?
Not if you don't want to tell me.
You do want to know, though, don't you?
No, not really.
I'll tell you, shall I?
You might as well.
Annie.
Annie?
Yes.
Oh, Norman.
I thought that would shake you.
I don't even think I believe you.
No, it's true.
You and Annie.
Yes.
Well, not Annie. She's far too sensible.
No, we'd planned a weekend together.
You and Annie?
Yes.
Where?
East Grinstead. Don't laugh, it's true.
Oh, my God.
We planned a weekend together.
I'll just clear this later, I'm sorry.
Why would you believe me?
I've never heard anything so
Annie,
funny.
Annie, come here. You tell her. You tell her. You divorced me forever, do you know that?
Norman, don't.
No, you tell her, you tell her. Look, we're in love. Go on. You laugh, but we're in love.
Oh, Norman.
We're in love.
I'm sorry. It's just East Grinstead.
Oh, don't do that. Bring me to death.
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing?
Wanted to see you alone.
Why are we whispering?
Him.
Oh, they can't hear us.
Annie, I need you.
Shh, Norman.
What's wrong? the matter? Have you gone on?
Slightly.
No, what do you mean, slyly?
Oh, well, it's ridiculous now. Tom's here, Ruth's here. Stop playing games.
It's a game now, is it? We first planned this weekend together, it was no game. It was going to be an adventure, an experience for both of us.
But we didn't intend to spend it here, did we? Anyway, it's all gone wrong. Everyone knows, including Ruth.
Ruth? Well, I wouldn't worry about her. I mean, she laughed. Can you imagine that, laughing?
She was right. It was absurd. I don't think Tom's laughing, mind you.
Tom? Well, who cares what he thinks?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
I thought he didn't matter to you.
I never said that.
You imply...
No.
Oh, what about me? I mean us.
What about us, Norman?
I see. That's me finished with, is it? As far as you're concerned? Chucked away like an empty bottle, that's my lot.
Yes.
God, you're cruel.
Yes.
I expect it's because of last night, isn't it?
No, not really.
That's why you're angry with me. Because I got drunk. But I got drunk because of you, don't you see? I mean, I was unhappy, so I got drunk. I'm sorry.
It doesn't bother me.
No, I got disgustingly drunk.
You can get as drunk as you like. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, great. Would you mind if I drop dead?
That is entirely up to you.
Okay, fine. Fine. But you're getting bitter, did you know that? I mean, you used to be innocent, pure, and fragile.
Oh, balls! I'm sorry, Norman, but balls! You two talk rubbish. No one can spend 5 years looking after that cantankerous woman upstairs and remain pure and innocent. And after lugging her in and out of bed, day in, day out, I am the last person in this world you call fragile. I mean, look at me, Norman. Do I look even remotely fragile?
Well, I meant mentally fragile.
That sounds even worse. It makes me sound like a half-wit.
You know, I don't know what's got into you. You've been corrupted.
I'm sick to death of being used, Norman.
I think I must have corrupted you somehow.
You and Ruth will have to play on your own. Don't use me as ammunition.
And cynical. No, I never thought you'd get like that. It must be my fault. So, you're going back to Tom, eh?
I'm not going back to anyone. I just want to be let alone. I've had you shoving me, Ruth shoving me, Sarah shoving me. I'll be glad when you've all gone home. I really will. I'm sorry.
You know, I think I've got one of my depressions coming on again. I came in here for comfort.
We'll go and see Ruth.
Oh, yes. Back to the living death, eh?
Norman, you make me so angry.
All right, I'll go. I know where I'm not wanted, so I'll go back to where I'm not wanted. I'll go. Goodbye.
I'm warning you, Norman. I will...
Oh, yes, go on. What have I got to live for?
Oh. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Well, I can see I'm in the way here. You'll just excuse me. I'm off to look for a length of rope.
You are not in anyone's way but your own. I'm going to go start dinner. Excuse me, both of you.
Must be your aftershave. Drives them away.
Look here, Norman. You're a very good fellow.
Thank you.
Well, I've always thought you were a very good fellow. However, this is difficult to say without hurting your feelings. I don't think you're a very good influence on Annie.
Really?
Yes. Well, I know all about this business of your going away, and I've observed you this weekend, and I don't think I like it a bit. It's upsetting her, and that's not right. Well, the point is, if it happens again, well, I used to do boxing, you see. I didn't enjoy it, and I wasn't at all good. I couldn't get out of it. You see, it was compulsory at our school. But I did learn to throw a pretty useful punch.
Am I being threatened?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm being threatened. I'm being threatened.
About time. Reg!
Excuse me.
I think that man's turned homicidal.
I think as far as you're concerned, we all have to a certain extent, Norman.
Oh, Sarah. I mean, you don't hate me, do you? I mean, I know perhaps you disapprove, but you don't hate me, do you?
No, I don't hate you, Norman.
Oh, thank you for that at least.
But I can't say I like you very much most of the time.
All right, I'm going.
Norman,
What?
will you do something for me?
What?
Will you try, just for this evening, not to start any more scenes or arguments?
Me?
I'd like, just for once, all of us to get through an evening as a family. I don't know if you've realized it, Norman, but I have had a lot of nervous trouble in the past. And every time I come down here, I have a relapse. When I get home from this house, I find that I am shaking all over for days. And I get these rashes up the insides of my arms.
Oh, goodness.
And now it's not fair on me, Norman. I have a family to look after, a house to run.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Well,
Well, your trouble is you're over-emotional.
very possibly.
No, you're like me.
Sure I am.
Yes, well, we feel. We've just got nerve endings sticking out of our heads. Everything that happens becomes part of us. Hey, well, we're probably a new race. Did you thought of that? Like born too early.
All I'm saying is, when there's too much noise, I get these headaches.
None of that lot out there understand us. Oh, they're all bogged down in their own little lives.
Yes.
Annie, Tom, Ruth, even Reg. Self-obsessed.
Yes.
Don't worry, Sarah.
What?
Tonight's going to be all right.
Is it?
Yes, we'll both go flat out together to just make it a success.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, this is a family. We don't care. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, if we can't finally join hands, then what hope is there for anybody? Let's make it a banquet, Sarah, my love. Let's make it a banquet.
There's nothing in the larder.
Oh, well, come on, what do we need? We'll improvise. Spoons, knives, forks.
Oh, all right, Norman, I'll do it.
Table napkins.
No, Norman, there's a tray cloth. I'll do it. Don't worry,
Oh.
please.
Well, all right, I started you off. I'll leave it up to you. I'll go upstairs and change.
Change?
Well, yes, for dinner.
Change into what?
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, I'll improvise, sir. I'll improvise. It's like an old clothes shop upstairs.
Annie should have cleared it out. There's her father's clothes still in the wardrobe. There'll be moths.
Oh, yes, well, quite right. Evening, Ray. Old sport.
What's up with him?
Oh, there you are.
Very cheerful. That looks ominous.
I think I've persuaded him to make an effort. I think I have. Oh, will you see if you can find the match in the drawer?
What sort of effort?
To avoid hysterical scenes. To behave in a civilized manner. Hey, you might get through an evening without one angry word. I want us to have a quiet meal, to be able to go into the lounge afterwards, sit down all six of us and enjoy each other's company like a family.
Are you aware who the 6 people are?
Norman can name but 5. And Ruth, that's a civil war to start with. Don't ask for the impossible. Just pray we're alive till tomorrow morning. That'll do for a start.
I mean, if a family can't care for each other, what hope is there for the rest of them? I'll never forgive you if you don't try. I mean it, Reg. I know you find it all very amusing. Ruth and Norman continually bickering, Annie behaving like a tramp. What? You've seen the way she's been dressed all day, tarted up like that. Doesn't suit her, it never did.
You're always on. She doesn't bother.
She doesn't have to go the other way, does she? Why can't she wear something nice and simple and plain? And that makeup on, I mean, it's not even fashionable, especially especially when you know who she's done it for.
For Tom, I should think.
Tom? For Norman. She's set her sights at him and he's enjoying every minute of it, playing one sister off against the other. Well, any more of this and you know what'll happen, what always happens when I come down here.
No, you've not got the shakes again, have you?
You ought to know me by now, Reg. I'm not there, these sorts of atmospheres.
It's not your bag, is it?
Not at the moment, but the way I've had to run around trying to cope with one crisis after the other.
Sit down and have a rest for a second.
How can I sit down? Be sensible. How can I possibly sit down?
All right, stand up, sort yourself. I'm just trying. You want these mats?
Yes, I said I did.
Marvelous. All the family stories these birds could tell.
We're going to need 2 more chairs. I'm sure there used to be 6 of these. Heaven knows what she's done.
All right, just calm down. I'll go get the
Well-
everything will be all right.
I've scraped together what there is, which should just about be salt. Opened every tin we had and poured them into a saucepan. Made a sort of gluey stew. Then there's the salad.
Oh, no, not again. Oh, thank heaven for that.
Well done. Didn't you used to have 6 of these chairs? I'm sure at Christmas there was.
Oh yes, they fell to bits.
Fell to bits.
Yes, everything does in this house. Woodworm or old age.
You should have that treated.
Old age, you mean?
Oh, I don't know about that. No, Father used to say the only thing for old age is a brave face, good tailor, comfortable shoes. Chaps?
I should use the ones in the lounge. There's a couple in there with legs. Well, you're using the mats.
Yes, I thought we'd do that.
Bit posh.
Well, I thought we'd do something special since we're all here. Nice that Ruth could come.
Yes,
It makes it complete, and it means that Norman won't be left out.
yes.
I really do like that dress.
Thank you. Well, it's pretty old, but it's a good standby.
Yes. Anyway, I thought we'd have a really cozy family meal. Try and make it a happy evening.
Super.
Here's one of them.
We need 2.
All right, I'll go get the other. Tom's sitting on it.
Well, move him off it.
You ever tried moving Tom?
Somebody's saucepan seems to be getting rather agitated out there.
Did you turn it down?
No, I was put soothing words to it. Of course I turned it down.
Well, I'll see to it. Don't worry.
All right, I'll go. If you want something doing in this house, you might as well do it yourself.
My God, Mother's mats. What is it, a birth, death, or a marriage?
She's doing a lot. I mean, she's not actually doing anything, but she's organizing a lot.
Well, what on earth for, silly cow? I mean, who's going to notice?
I think that this is her attempt at a grand reunion. A cozy family meal with Sarah presiding.
Oh, no. Have we all got to sit round and pick screens? It's Christmas all over again. Anyway, I thought I'd come in here so I wouldn't embarrass your fiancé, or whatever he is. He can't bear to look at me in the face.
Poor Tom.
Well, it was rather unfortunate. Believe it or not, I was giving him lessons on how to woo you. Tom being Tom assumed I was giving him lessons on how to woo me. I managed to load him all right. I just pointed him in the wrong direction. Well, it's silly of me to interfere. I'm sorry. Serves me right. I'll leave it to Sarah in future. I mean, I don't know, Annie. You may not even care for the man. You've never really said one way or the other. Well, we've always assumed you and Tom, Tom and you. Well, presumably you wouldn't have him round here if you didn't. You do like him, don't you?
Yes. I'm very fond of him.
I think he's in love with you, as far as one can fathom. It's just with Tom, well, he's... Well, one could be nice and say deep. Except if you say someone's deep, it more or less implies that there's something at the bottom. Not so sure with Tom.
You'd be surprised.
Well, all he needs is a push. Somebody should do it, anybody. Except Norman, that is, whose sole advice to Tom was to throw punches at you.
Norman told him to do that.
Well, it's Norman's answer to female psychology. He's very subtle. Have you noticed? Oh, yes, you must have noticed, because you nearly fell for it.
I'm sorry. I never for 1 minute intended to take Norman away from you or anything.
No, forget it. You know, Annie, you could never take Norman away from me. That assumes that I own him in the first place. I've never done that. You know, I always feel with Norman like I've got him on loan from somewhere. like one of his library books. I'll get a card one day informing me that he's overdue and there's a fine to pay on it. Should have gone back to town this afternoon. I'll have to phone the office again and plead illness tomorrow. Of all the working days lost in the country over the year, half are due to strikes and illness. The other half to people chasing after Norman.
Got it. He moved. Tom moved. Got the chair.
Have you seen Norman? Have you seen him? I don't like it when I can't see him.
He was out there going on and on, but going up to change.
But he's got nothing to change into.
Well, that won't stop him. He'll probably come down in a bedspread.
Ruth, would you,
Oh, well, I'll try.
Don't go too far away, Ruth. Nearly ready. I've let the stew to simmer, Annie. Reg, would you call it? Come on, Tom and Norman.
Right you are. Tom Norman!
No need to shout. Go and fetch them. Sorry. Tom Norman. Reg.
Somebody call? Ah, this looks promising.
Nearly ready.
They're very smart. Napkins, mats, wine, so on.
And tonight that wine is strictly rationed.
Ah,
If you could open it, Tom, it would be most
all
helpful.
right now. 2 meals in 2 days, not doing badly, am I?
about average.
Managed to sort things out with North.
Have you?
Yes, sent him off with a flea in his ear, I'm afraid.
Oh, Tom,
Hmm.
we've all sort of made an agreement that we're going to try and not have any rows or anything tonight.
Yeah.
It's for Sarah's sake, really. A really happy meal, you know? So do your bit, won't you?
Yes, yes. What, you mean jokes and things?
Oh. No, not necessarily.
Only bad jokes, I forget their endings.
I know you never do, but don't complain or cause any trouble, will you?
Good Lord, no. I'm just here to get my food down, me. You know me.
Yes.
Come along, it's all ready. Where is everyone? Reg!
Oh, can't find either of them. Ah, there you are.
Hello, Reg.
Norman, he's vanished.
Well, we won't wait. Let's get seated. Reg, you go up the end there,
Ah,
would
up
you?
the end.
And Tom, you come next to me here, would you?
Well, Norman's in the bathroom.
Oh, well,
From the sound of it, he's washing. He's so ashamed of the fact that he's locked the door.
well, he'll be down, I expect. No, Ruth dear, not there. Would you mind sitting one seat further up?
Really?
Well, where will I sit?
Tom, you're here. Sit here.
Annie, you should sit here. You're the hostess.
She can't sit there. She's outdoors.
Well, she's the hostess. She should sit there.
And then we've got 2 women sitting together.
Oh, well, I'll move back down here then. That's easy enough.
Stay where you are.
It's all right. I'll sit here. It'll be fine.
That was nice next to me.
Now we've got 2 men sitting together. Why don't you leave it to me?
Calm down. Tom Big would have to move around one now.
Would it be easier if I ate in the kitchen?
Ruth, do you mind? Do you mind?
There, very much.
Sorry, I thought she said.
Now we and girl, Ruth over here, please, right here.
Well, I don't want to worry you all, but you now have a woman that does things at the table.
Why won't you listen?
No, it's fine. Ruth here, me and Annie and Norman when he comes in, and Tom. That's where we're wrong. Tom, you're in the wrong seat.
I thought she said.
I'm about to sit down permanently.
Reg, will you listen?
Tom, sit at the end there.
Reg!
I've just been moved from
I'm
there.
sitting down now.
Tom, you should told us at the end.
Reg, will you kindly leave this
I'm
to me?
sitting.
Reg!
What? All right. All right, look. All right. I'm only trying to help. Leave it to you. Everyone go where Sarah tells them.
Thank you. Tom, you are sitting here.
Oh, back where I started.
Reg at the top.
That's wrong, you know.
At the top. Ruth,
I have sat down. I refuse to get up.
Ruth, you're all right where you are.
Evening. Everyone
Yes. If he was a man with extraordinary arm and inside leg measurements, yes, indeed.
Oh, no, Norman, not that.
Why not here?
Norman.
Because it's wrong.
Wrong? Was it wrong to sit between my old pal Reg here and this dwarf on my left? Hello, little chap.
Norman?
Sarah, it's all right. I'll sit here. It's fine.
But
This is fine.
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 It's fine.
oh, well, it's not correct.
Is this lettuce leaf all for me? I can hardly believe my good fortune.
Norman.
Well,
Talking of animals, another amusing vet story for you, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes. You see this an Italian and an Englishman standing at a lake.
That's unusual.
Yes, well, you see this dog fall in, drowning, nearly drowning, coughing and spluttering, nearly drowning.
Woof! Splutter, splutter. Woof, woof.
Thank you, Norman. Yes, well, you see, the Italian dives in the water, rescues the dog, drags him up to the shore, lays him out, and gives him mouth-to-mouth respiration.
Oh.
20 seconds later, the dog is perfectly fine. The Englishman says, "That's wonderful! Are you a vet?" And the Italian says, "Am I a vet? I'm a soaking vet!" What do you think?
Oh, I like that, yes. Kind of a subtle foreign joke.
Oh, yes.
Did you get that, Tom?
Yes, I think so.
Well, I thought it might have been, above your head. Above your head.
Norman.
Oh! I'm sorry. Whoever cooked this lettuce has a knack with lettuce. It's a triumph. Thank you.
are you sure you're all right there, Tom? You're terribly low.
No, I'm fine.
Would you like to catch a
No.
We'd be very lucky with the weather.
Yes.
Yes, could have been rainy, couldn't it?
Yes.
Yes, or even snowing. Well, snow in July. That's unusual. But you don't know these days, do you? We must be thankful for small mercies, in my opinion. Why, if this were Australia, this would be midwinter. Think of that. Thick snow in the Coolabah trees. Koala bears just rushing about in little gum boots.
Norman, just sit quietly and enjoy your lettuce leaf, dear.
I am making small talk, dear.
Yes, well, it's not quite small enough.
I can't get it any smaller. I'll swallow it.
Excuse me.
Yes, Tom?
Salt.
Salt, Norman.
Salt, yes, certainly. Here we are, little fellow. Enjoying eating with the grown-ups, are you? Long past your bedtime.
You put your fun in it, Norman, won't you? That's a good chap.
Yes, a fun. I should be so lucky.
Why don't you bet a cushion, Tom?
No.
All right. I was only suggesting.
Sorry.
Well, everyone finished? I'll get the rest.
Tom hasn't quite finished.
All right. Don't worry about me.
You mean to say there's more?
Just some Susan cold.
Well, I'll try and squeeze it in.
Look, if you'd like to try and take over and do any better,
All right, I'm sorry.
sit down on your backside complain.
Who's complaining? It's a feast.
Don't let's quarrel, please.
Plates, everyone. Plates.
Thank you. Won't be a second.
Annie.
Hmm?
Off to hell.
Oh, does she need it?
She's doing it all on her own.
All right.
Now, would somebody like to pour us some wine?
Oh, yes. Yes, certainly. Of course.
This meal is rapidly becoming unbearable.
Sarah.
Just a little drop. Norman.
Why don't you take a tranquilizer, Sarah, and go to bed? Leave the rest of us to fight in peace. No reason to fight. Well, none of us happen to like each other very much. I think that's a very good reason.
Oh, speak for yourself. I am full of love this evening.
Oh, just for yourself, or is anyone else included?
Ignore her, Norman, ignore her.
I will, Sarah, I will. Oh, hello, little chap.
Oh, just remembered it. A joke.
Oh, my God.
Oh, a joke, Tom, that's nice.
Quite a funny one, really.
Yes, oh, I prefer those.
Go on.
Yeah. Well, it's about these two missionaries, you see, and they're in Africa. And, there's 3 missionaries. And they're in,
In Africa, yes?
well, I think it's Africa. It really doesn't matter, really.
Here we are. I thought we'd better use the soup plate. It's very runny. It's mostly tin soup anyway.
Couldn't you have used a dish?
But this is all right. Nobody minds a saucepan. Just more washing up otherwise. Do you want to dish up or shall I?
No, it's all right.
And there's this tribe of very wild cannibals, you see, and
Yeah.
they're in,
Where are the cannibals?
well, in Africa, I think.
What is he talking about?
He's telling us a joke.
Oh. Tom, you don't need to, honestly.
It's a funny one.
Quiet. Let Tom tell his joke.
I hope there's enough to go round.
Yes. Well, the first missionary says, look here, I'm going to try to convert these cannibals to Christianity, you see? And off he goes, through the jungle.
Can you pass this to Reg?
Yes.
Yes, good health, friends.
Thank you.
Through the jungle for days and days.
Ruth?
And then,
What are these white lumps?
Tin potatoes. Could be tin pears. I lost count.
and eventually, he comes to this village that is just full of these cannibals, all dancing wildly about, you see?
Woola, 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 woola.
That's for Norman. I hope it's hot enough.
What on earth do you call this?
Sloppy stew. Take it or leave it. Tom.
Yes, thanks very much. And as soon as they see him, they grab hold of him and put him in the cooking pot, you see?
You know, this is a very tall story for a short man.
Sarah, I've run out. I gave Reg too much. Reg.
Well, you can have mine.
No, it's all right. I gave Reg too much. Reg, fresh a plate?
Some more, is there?
No, less.
Less?
Sorry, I miscalculated.
I didn't get all that much.
You had more than anybody else. Partial play. I'm sorry, Tom, you were saying.
And the chief of this tribe says,
Sorry, Reg. Fair shares to all.
You're welcome to mine.
We're in no danger of overeating.
this story.
You eat far too much anyway. Do you good?
Well, he seems to be listening.
I'm just a little fellow.
I'll be glad to get home for a meal.
Well, for you, you don't have to cook it, do you? Think of me for a change.
This isn't bad considering. Like oxtail soup with unidentified lumps.
Think of it as a rest for me. I mean, what rest do I get at home? Not only you to look after, but the children as well.
If you didn't want children, you shouldn't have had them.
I never said I didn't want them, Ruth.
Well, you're always making out like there's some dreadful burden, some terrible penance. You never seem to enjoy them.
It's very difficult to talk to someone who's never had any children.
Through choice. Through choice.
Your choice.
Certainly my choice.
And very one-sided it is by the sound of it.
No more than yours probably was. I mean, did you honestly consult Reg as to whether or not he wanted children?
Of course I did.
Biologically impossible not to, I should think.
I simply cannot bear this blind, pig-headed assumption that you're a totally unfulfilled, second-class woman until you've had children.
I never said that.
May I say a word here?
You imply it, Sarah. You use those children like some awful weapon. I alone who have borne children know the true meaning of suffering.
Hear, hear.
That's absolute nonsense. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's no business of mine if you choose to deny yourself one of the greatest satisfactions of being a woman.
Well, there you go again, denying myself. What's the matter with the woman?
Hey, hey.
I might well ask what was the matter with you.
Well, there's nothing whatever the matter with me.
May I say a word here for the rational man.
No, you may not. I've heard quite enough from you for one weekend.
So much for the rational man.
Look, by all means, have your children. I'm not asking you to deny yourself, as you put it. All I'm saying is, for God's sake, don't stand about looking martyred after you've had them, and don't look down your nose at the rest of us.
I'm not prepared to get into another argument over this, Ruth. You don't know what you're talking about. You never will.
She's so dogmatic. Reg, I feel sorry for you. How do you stand to live with a woman who's so pig-headed? She just will not listen. She will not listen to reason.
Will you listen to me for a minute? If I feel sorry for anyone, it's Norman.
A blow for the rational man.
You ever insulted him? Of course you haven't. You've just gone selfishly ahead with your own career.
Oh, while you're busy manufacturing lots more little Reggies and Sarahs. What a wonderful contribution that is.
Well, if we're going to get personal...
If that isn't selfishness and conceit of the worst sort, well, I don't know what is. And I'm sorry, but this is absolutely revolting. How can anybody even...
Oh, good grief!
Sorry,
What the hell did you watch? What you doing?
All right, don't make a fuss.
What?
Don't start losing your temper over a little thing like that.
Now, don't you start on about people losing their temper. If anyone in this room loses their temper, we know who that is.
I don't know how you have the nerve to say that.
May I interrupt here?
Trousers are soaked. I'm going to have to go change them.
It wouldn't be surprising if I did have a temper living with you.
Without displaying any prejudice at all, my wife is obviously to blame for this.
Don't you start.
She is the original irrational woman.
Norman!
Change these trousers.
She has no feelings of womanhood, let alone motherhood.
Norman! You really do ask for it, don't you?
And you're jealous of those that have.
Norman! You just say one more word, Norman.
You've as much feeling as an old dried up teabag.
Stop it!
Norman!
Right. That is quite enough. I warned you.
What?
Oh!
Oh!
There! I warned you. I did warn him, you know.
What did you do that for?
I warned you. I said if you upset Annie again, I can't just sit by and have her call names by you.
What names?
Well, you called her a teabag or something. That is not all. I won't have it.
You great fool! I wasn't talking to her!
What?
I was talking to my wife!
Were you? That is rather different.
Oh, well, thank you. Meaning I'm a dried up old teabag, I suppose.
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh, to hell with the lot of you.
You great idiot!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to
You
Annie.
stupid
I'm
vet!
sorry.
No, just go away! Just go away!
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Misunderstanding, you see. Oh, gosh.
Tom! Oh, Norman. How could you?
Lunatic!
This is the last time I do anything for this family.
Do you know he could have killed me? I mean, if I'd fallen awkwardly. If I'd fallen, this way instead of that way, I'd broken my neck. Well, yeah, sobering thought. But who would have cared, Sarah? I mean, who would have cared?
How could they? How could they do it? How could they behave like that?
We are misunderstood people, Sarah. We are misunderstood.
Oh, Norman.
Oh, well, we are definitely misunderstood.
Oh,
Morning.
you're already doing it.
Yes,
I was going to get breakfast.
it's all right.
You should have let me.
Really, it's all right.
Well, you have to be off early. We won't be needing anything very much.
Well, there isn't anything very much. Some toast, remains of a marmalade, some jam, damson, I think.
That'll do us nicely.
Well, good. It's all there. Help yourself.
I suppose I'd better give Reg a call.
No. Don't overexert yourself. I'll do it.
Thank you. He's in the sitting room. He should have brought down our suitcases.
Ah, breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sleep well?
No.
I did.
Good.
Are you angry with me?
No.
Is toast going free?
Yes.
Cheer up, Sarah.
And what is there to cheer me up? I have never been through such a shattering weekend in my life.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't all your fault. Most of it was, but not entirely.
You really ought to take care of yourself, you know?
How do I do that?
Well, we don't want to lose you, do we?
I don't think some people would mind one way or the other.
As we were saying last night, I don't know how you keep going. I mean, I don't have a household with 2 children and a husband to look after. I've just got me, you know, but that's bad enough.
I should imagine it would be.
2 children.
You try explaining that to some people. Your wife, for example.
Well, quite. She wouldn't understand.
She doesn't.
But now, as far as I'm concerned, the whole thing's a miracle. You know, children, just to think of the act of actually having them. That's amazing. Damn it, Sarah, you've got something to be proud of, haven't you? I mean, if you think of it this way, just by having those children of yours, you've been responsible for 2 miracles.
Well, it's not that difficult.
Well, just to me. I mean, I've never done a miracle. Saw film on it once. You know, childbirth. Came out as far as its ears. And I fainted. Mind you, you wouldn't have been looking at it from that angle.
I was unconscious both times.
Ah,
It's afterwards, looking after them.
quite.
That's when it's difficult.
You must be exhausted. How old are they now?
Denise is 7 and Vincent's 5.
7 years you've been looking after children? Would it be impertinent to ask when you last had a holiday?
I hope this weekend was going to be one, but
Oh, come on. Be honest with me, Sarah. When did you last have a holiday?
it was too long ago. I do not remember.
Exactly. Can't you say to Reg, Reg, I need a couple of days even. I must get away.
You wouldn't take me away, and who's going to look after the children? It's no holiday with them. It was difficult enough this weekend. I was racing around, organizing things, arranging this.
Well, look, go on your own. Leave him to look after them for a change.
Him?
Why not?
I wouldn't want to go on my own. What fun is it on your own?
Well, I'd take you if you like. No, I said I'd take you.
On holiday?
If you'd like to go.
You must think I was born yesterday.
No, I would.
You really have got a nerve.
All right, I only offered.
First Ruth, then Annie, then me.
Oh, Annie. That was different.
How?
Well, it just was. I mean, this would just be a holiday for you. I'd take you round, give you a good weekend. Wouldn't you enjoy that?
No.
Someplace nice. What about Bournemouth? You ever been to Bournemouth?
I have no desire to go to Bournemouth.
All right. I've made the offer. I'll leave it to you. Think about it. I mean, it would be above board. I'd book us a nice hotel. Breakfast in bed. Separate breakfast. Separate beds. separate rooms. Can't you imagine it, though? We'd wake up in the morning, side by side, in our separate rooms, and there's the sea. But all day, just to look at it. No children to worry about, no husband to run after.
Just you.
It's just me. I mean, I'd like to make you happy, Sarah.
Oh, yes?
Yes. You know, was that wrong of me? You know, to want to make you happy.
Depends how you do it.
Oh, we have a great time. You ever been to Bournemouth? It's a great place. Laugh a minute.
I can just see us going.
I'd like to make you happy, Sarah.
Pass the jam, would you?
Yeah.
Ah, where's the food, Jack?
Where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been?
Annie was supposed to call you ages ago.
She did. I popped up to see Mother.
What for?
I took her your magazines. You told me to. Your magazines. Ah, Tom's here. Told you he'd come back, didn't I? Well, he's back. I was in the sitting room looking out the window. There he was, lurking in the garden. I told him I thought he was a cat burglar. I'm famished.
Yes, all right. Well, just get yourself some toast. We've got to go.
What's the hurry?
Because I want to get home early.
Oh, whatever for? The children aren't due home till this afternoon.
And before that, I have to go over the house from top to bottom, don't I? You may not realize it, but the house has to be cleaned. It doesn't clean itself.
You cleaned it before we left. No one's been there since. How could it have got dirty?
It's been standing the whole weekend. Anyway, Mrs. Bridges comes to clean tomorrow, and I want to make sure it's clean before she does.
I give up.
You don't understand. You never will.
There's not much here to eat, is there?
That's because there's nothing in the house.
You're telling me I've been on a diet since Saturday. Lettuce and soup.
Now you know what it's like with nobody running around after you, don't you?
Blimey. This toast is all cold and flabby. I can't eat this.
Well, go and make yourself some fresh.
Where?
In the greenhouse. Where do you think?
All right. You're in a really cheery mood this morning, aren't you?
Difficult, isn't it? Difficult, I know sometimes.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Because you're covering me in jam.
Sorry.
Were you just thinking about my health?
When?
When you mentioned about this holiday, did you want to take me away just for my health?
Well, that came into it. I mean, there might be any number of reasons. I'm easy.
So long as I know.
Norman,
Hello.
I'm ready.
Okay. You want a teaspoonful of jam? I'm afraid that's all there is. At least until Reg arrives with a blazing sliced loaf.
No, I can wait.
Okay.
Good morning, Sarah. Oh, well, guess who was speaking to me this morning? I'll be in the sitting room, Norman, when you can tear yourself away from Mother Doom here.
Coming.
Reg gets home about 6:30 in the evening on weekdays.
Busy man.
If you feel like giving me a ring sometime, I'm usually tied to the house. I don't get out much.
I'd make you happy, Sarah.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Have you got it?
What?
I thought you were going to make yourself some toast.
Oh, I don't know. I looked at the grill and I looked at the loaf and I thought, it's an awful lot of effort for a piece of toast. What's a little of this? Oh, tea's cold as well. Not my day, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Look who's here.
Told you he was here.
Morning. Morning, Sarah.
Hello, Tom. Bright and early.
Yes. Didn't sleep very well last night, I'm afraid.
Just tea, Tom?
Oh, just a cup, thanks.
Keystone Cold.
Well, I'll hot it up. That's easy enough.
I wanted to apologize for last night.
What?
Oh, lashing out. Totally lost control. Feel very embarrassed about it.
Nobody hurt, fortunately.
Yes. Didn't get in a very good swing, I'm afraid. Bit rusty.
Just as well.
Yes, rather.
I'm glad you've come back anyway, Tom.
I don't seem to be able to keep away.
It'll be nice for Annie with us all going.
No, I'm actually only here for a second. I'm on my way to a call. A horse. Fedlock.
Oh.
No, it's all right. She can wait.
Oh, just standing on 3 legs for a bit, eh?
No, she can stand all right.
Well, I hope you'll look after Annie for us.
Yes, well, I think she rather looks after me, really.
Yes, you mustn't let it get too one-sided now, must you?
Why? Oh, no, I do help.
It depends on what you do, though, doesn't it?
Oh. Well, I did the ceiling in the kitchen.
No, I meant a little more than that.
I thought we were in a hurry.
Oh, yes.
Well, Tom, will we see you at Christmas or are you off to Scotland again?
Probably.
Well, all the best.
Are you off?
Yes, we must.
All right, well, I'll come and make sure you've got everything. Here you are, Tom. I'll top it up.
Thank you.
Be back in a sec.
Bye.
Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Sarah. Oh. Oh, well.
All right.
Fine. All gone, have they?
Just about. Ruth and Norman seem to be having trouble starting their car.
Oh, well, should I,
No. Enjoy your tea.
Oh, yes.
Have you got any tea in there, or is it just milk?
No, it's tea. A bit anemic.
Well, I'll make some more in a minute. Quite a weekend.
Yes.
I behaved very badly. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's
No.
me.
Tom, has your opinion of me gone down as a result of this weekend? I mean, do you think less of me?
Good Lord, no.
You still like me?
Well, yes, of course I
You
do.
still come round?
Well, you bet. After you've prepared the tea, anyway.
The only reason I said I'd go with Norman, you see, was, well, I suddenly felt very lonely.
Oh, yes. Of course, I understand. It's all right. We all get lonely. If you get lonely again and I'm not around, why don't you give me a ring?
This house is very big, you see. Most of the time, it's just Mother and me here. We'll have to sell it eventually. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no,
We'll
I
have
wouldn't
to.
do that.
We'll have to move someplace smaller. Perhaps Essex or Norfolk or Northumberland.
Bit off the beaten track.
Yes.
Wouldn't see much of me.
No.
Well, if you should decide to sell it, be sure to give me first refusal, won't you? I'd best go see to my horse.
Yes. Go and see to your horse.
Good Lord, what are you doing? full of splinters.
Whew. Disaster. We cannot start it.
Oh, you want a hand?
Oh, yes, need one of these X-boxes to give it a shot.
Right. My pleasure. Probably see you later, Annie.
Yes.
What on earth are you doing? Don't tell me you finally run out of food. Well, I told you you'd get around to eating the plates eventually. Now, the nicest way to eat a plate is to spread it with a thin layer of jam. Then pour custard. Oh! Only want to make sure there's very thick custard.
I want.
What? What? What is it?
I want to go to East Grinstead.
All right, I'll take you. Yes, of course. Just say the word. Oh, come on now, don't cry. I'll make you happy. I'll make you happy.